Hi, it's me, Rochelle again. I'm gonna try this again. This is the third time I've done this, so hopefully third time's the charm. Anyways, I'm back after a whole year plus of being on here the last time. I think the last time I was on here I was 33 weeks pregnant with our fourth baby, and that was all going well. I ended up having him December 30th at 5:57, no, 6 something, I can't remember. Too many babies. I think it was 6 a.m. something. But my water had broke on the 29th at 8:15 in the morning, and we had to get the other 3 kids all divided to other people's houses, and we had excuse me, we had a blizzard because at the time we were living in South Dakota. Excuse all these postpartum baby hairs. But we had blizzard come in the day before, the day of, and the day of that my water broke. So we had to drive through that an hour and a half to get to the hospital, to where I ended up delivering. Ended up being a almost 23-hour labor. He ended up actually being caught behind a lip on the side of my cervix, apparently. And so he wasn't like lined up down the middle to come out the way he should have been. But they got him out, or I got him out. I had a wonderful nurse. She was so great the whole time. My night nurse anyways was so great the whole time she was there. She would push, because I just had my contractions were literally just like around from my back, down across my hip, and down in my groin. And I think that had a lot to do with his positioning, because that's the side that he was kind of hooked on, and behind that lip on that side. I think that may have had something to do with it, because that's where my contractions were in my groin and in my lower back. And so it was a very painful, very long delivery or labor. It didn't actually, nothing picked up. My water broke at 8:15. Nothing really picked up pain wise until like 7 o'clock on the 29th and that night. And so it was a long just day. We were just sitting around the hospital doing nothing. But yeah, so he came. He was 7 pounds and 21 3/4 inches, I believe. He was so great. He breastfed. He breastfed actually until the day before he turned 1. So that was the longest I've been able to nurse a baby. And I had just already started slowly weaning, and he was basically down to just first thing in the morning and then at night for bedtime. Excuse me. So yeah, he's been a big mama's boy, and it's only been like 2 weeks since he's weaned. And the first week he was super angry at everybody and everything, and I think that had to do with the weaning. It may have been just, I don't know, the age, I don't know. I think it had to do with the weaning though, because he's slowly gotten better. But yeah, it was a wonderful year of his life. He has had some issues with his breathing, and he had a virus when he was like 3 weeks old in the lining of his lungs, and that ended up that they told me that would make him more susceptible to lung problems in the future, since he had it so young and stuff like that. And he has, this past winter, fall, he has had quite a few lung issues, but he just gets breathing treatments with it and antibiotics, and he goes through it, and he does really good through them. recently, last couple days, we've actually found out that he also has I knew he probably had a milk allergy because I have needed to go lactose free stuff during while nursing him. All of my children have had some kind of intolerance to dairy, but he had seemed like he was getting over it, and he was fine if I ate cheese or whatever, but he would kind of get upset. His tummy would kind of get a little upset after if he were to have like macaroni or whatever, and he also has some spots on his face of eczema that would like get really inflamed if dairy touched it. But he also has, on top of the milk allergy, he also has egg and peanut and a slight wheat allergy. Doctor said she wasn't worried about the wheat one yet. It was just a little sensitive. She thinks it's mostly just related to his skin, his allergy wise anyways. Not like anaphylactic shock or anything like that, but he does have that allergy, and so now we're working through that, hopefully getting hopefully it will actually start helping his eczema clear up, because she thinks maybe that has something to do with it staying inflamed and I can't get rid of it. So we're doing that. We're got this next month, and he goes back in February to have all that rechecked, and so yeah, other than that, he's been a healthy, happy, he's so happy, loving, sweet, tender boy. But yeah, we love him. He's a great addition to our family, and yeah. But on top of that, I found out on New Year's Day that we are expecting baby number 5. We weren't not trying. We weren't protecting from it. So, you know, it's bound to happen. I had wanted to get pregnant earlier in the late summer, early fall, because I knew number 5 was going to be our last. My husband had kind of decided he didn't want any more, but I wanted just 5. I don't know, I like that number. No real reason. Number of grace for God. No real reason, but I just wanted that, and I wanted a springtime baby, and nothing was really happening, and I hadn't had a period cycle since having our baby until he was like 8.5 months old. So I had no way of really, unless other doing ovulation testing, but I didn't want to spend money on that. I wasn't really worried about it. So since about August, since I got my cycle back, I was keeping track of my cycles and kind of trying to get pregnant, but not really. But it wasn't happening, and but sure enough, and right after he turned a year old, I found out that I was, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity to have another baby, and thankful for God to bless us again with another precious life. And every day since I found out, I just thank God, thank you, God, thank you so much for what you've done, allowing me to be able to carry a child when I was told I would not be able to. Has been a huge blessing in my life. It's hard on me sometimes, and it's hard being a mom, but I wouldn't trade it for anything else. I just know there's a lot of people out in the world that go through a lot more than I've been through. So we are grateful. I'm excited. I'm 5 days or 5 weeks right now, so I'm still super early. I'm due December 13th. I go in on January 22nd for my first OB appointment. I've already gone in to the doctor and confirmed pregnancy and all that, but my first actual OB appointment is on the 22nd, and so I hope to hopefully maybe do pregnancy updates this time and keep up with them. I don't know if I'm going to do them every 2 weeks or every 1 week, every month. I don't know what I'm going to do. Having 4 kids in a household to take care of kind of makes things kind of crazy. But we're excited, and that's one way to bring in the new year, I guess. So anyways, I will end it here, and I hope y'all have a blessed day and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.